I was pondering the other day a distinction that has been so poignant and touching in my life, and that is the discernment of between criticism as a behavior and a pattern that people have, and where they're critical of themselves or others, and what is the right use of critical thinking. So critical thinking is a left brain function, and you have to have that. So to have whole brain thinking, you really must have critical thinking, which is actually pretty much determined as left brain, so that it can coordinate itself with right brain thinking, which is more conceptual, and that's where it lives in the world. It lives in the world of critical thinking, of being able to make analytic decisions that are true. But wow, when it drops into behavior and becomes the way that you're critical of yourself and everyone else around you, the way that I think about it is that it's a focus on what's not working, or what I always say is what's wrong here, instead of looking to what's working and what is really possible there. And I think for every one of us, we have fallen into the trap. When something's new and different is when it usually loves to kick in, is you think, first of all, what's wrong here? Well, how about if you ask a completely different question, and first of all, make sure it's safe, but when you're not in fight or flight, and in danger, but then take a look at it and say, what's new here? What am I curious about? Something snapped an alert in me that something was very different. And different isn't wrong. Different is just different. And take a look at it that way and stop that critical behavior. Ouch, it hurts others. You know what? To me, the mental image I get when we have a critical statement is it's like almost like drawing a bow and sending an arrow into somebody's heart. It is so hurtful, and it is so unnecessary, and it really doesn't elicit the response that I'm sure you are after. So let's really watch being critical of others, and especially yourself.
On the subject of criticism versus critical thinking, all right, let's go to the choice point guide. What's happening during criticism? I'm not sure about you, but for me, I'm compromising, I'm being competitive, I'm withdrawing, I'm being extremely critical to myself or to those out in the world that I might be interacting with. There's so many ineffective thoughts flooding our head when we are being critical, when we are criticizing anything and anyone in this world. So critical thinking is powerful beyond measure. Critical thinking is stopping for a moment and diligently, intentionally choosing the words that we want to be using, choosing the thought process, and using all of the effective language that we can to be absolutely interactive and attributing the most we possibly can to really be an appreciation of ourselves, to be an appreciation of the team that we're on. And critical thinking with a team is even more energizing, right? So what we want to do in this criticizing versus critical thinking is it's a time for us to shift. It's transformation happening. There might be a challenge that's coming up that we're causing all of this criticizing to occur. And really, we're going through a paradox shift. So when we're changing our paradigm from critical, ineffective thinking to more profound critical thinking, we can choose being kind. We can actually empower and contribute and be willing to do what we want. And that will bring so much vital force energy into your body, into your community, that you're going to see the results that you've been looking for.